Hey guys, Rob Hilton here from AG Secure Property Management. Hope you're doing well. So we've had our first video on your landlord selling the house. We've talked to you about the owner's responsibilities when they're going to sell the house. Let's talk to you a bit now about your responsibilities as a tenant through this process. We understand the fact this is your home that you're living in. It's where you reside. But at the same time, the actual residence is owned by the owner, so they do have a right to sell the property moving forward. That's unfortunately one of the challenges, I guess, with a rental property. So now that that's going to happen, what can you do about it? Well, first thing first, you're going to find out that your owner is looking to do showings. Well, you have to cooperate if legal notice is given. The landlord has the right, or through their agent, which in this case is a realtor, has the right to show the property to prospective buyers. You actually have a responsibility. Your responsibility is to keep your place in a presentable manner and to not interfere in those showings. You don't necessarily have to leave the property, but it may be something you choose to do. And do remember that the showing party will have a licensed realtor with them. So, you don't have to have all those concerns about, oh, somebody's looking through my unit what are they going to do? If you have a challenge, it does happen. Look, somebody wants to do a showing Saturday at 1 o'clock, but that happens to be a birthday party for your son, your daughter, your husband, or your wife. And, unfortunately, that time's a bit of a challenge because you're having that party at the house. Make sure you communicate it. If you know you're going to have a birthday party, most people don't plan it the day before. Maybe communicate that to the owner or the property manager or the listing agent once you know you're going to have that party, so that they can book around it instead of booking on top and then challenging you and saying, oh, they have a right to show it. Most parties are going to work to win-win. And again, my experience is if you're willing to work not on the benefit of your landlord, but if you're willing to keep your place clean and cooperate, most landlords will probably do the same and respect that, yeah, you have a life too, and that could have been a challenge. As I mentioned, you do have a responsibility to keep your unit clean. Make sure it's presentable. You do have a right to live in it. Some of the things that you want to do is just tidy up after yourself. Don't leave anything expensive out that you don't want other people seeing. Clean up after pet waste, whether it be clean out the litter boxes, pick up the fecal matter in the backyard. Do the right thing. Clean up after yourself. Remember, the buyer of the property could end up being your next landlord, so you want to make sure that you show them you're the type of tenant that they want, because then you're going to get the type of landlord you probably want. One key thing is you should not be interacting with the buying agent or the potential buyers. You don't answer any of their questions. Don't interact with them. You know what, if they ask you a question, simple answer is, I think you should talk to the realtor or the owner about that. I don't think I'm the right person to answer it. If you do give an answer and that answer happens to be wrong or be perceived as actually interfering in the successful sale of the property, that could actually be something that a landlord looks to issue an N5 against, and you really want to avoid that. So my suggestion always is point them back to the realtor who's selling it, or the owner, or the property management company in our case. But generally speaking, don't answer any of the questions. And again, I want to cover off what I said before. You are entitled to 24 hours notice as delivered by the rules of the RTA. So a realtor texting you, if you want to agree to that, that's fine. That's up to you and the realtor, but you're not required to agree to that. Pay attention, but do not interfere. You want to be seen as being part of the solution rather than part of the problem, and that way your landlord works as best with you. If you're with a company like ourselves, those tenants that work with us, we are always hard working to find them another great unit, because good tenants deserve to be in good places. On the flip side, you might find, hey, you don't want to deal with any of this hassle. That might be the time to talk to your landlord about breaking the lease, getting out early, and moving. They might find that having a vacant unit actually helps to get the property sold faster or for a higher value. Who knows what the situation is there? So remember, you have options available. You can propose that to a landlord, I'm sure, at any time, and maybe some of them will take you up on it, or maybe the realtor will actually encourage them to do so. I know as a property manager, we've done that in the past. So guys, that's the information there. I'm next going to talk about the dreaded N12 form, which is the notice of termination. What's it mean? So hopefully you'll tune into that video next. Look forward to talking to you. Rob Hilton, AG Secure.